Today we're taking a look at the Wonder Twins Chase number 71 from Justice League Unlimited. First, let's take a look at their sculpt. I think it looks pretty cool. The uniforms are accurate. The detail, especially on Zan's face, is pretty good. The little Wonder Twins power activation looks good there. Let's take a look at their card. The Wonder Twins have the Justice League and Super Friends keyword. Their first trait is the Trouble Alert. Sideline active. Friendly characters have free if this character critically missed this turn or made the third attack this turn to miss all opposing targets. Place a character from your sideline that can use a Trouble Alert trait adjacent on its blue start-in line. At the beginning of your turn, if the Wonder Twins started the game due to the Trouble Alert trait, roll a d6. 4 through 6 deal the Wonder Twins 1 unavoidable damage. Their second trait is Wonder Twin Powers Activate. Free. Choose a dark blue standard power and a purple standard power. The Wonder Twins can use the chosen powers until your next turn. They remind you that 2 instances of the same standard power are redundant. All right, let's take a look at the powers that are available for the Wonder Twins to choose. We'll go through each one of the powers, then we'll look at it in relation to their card. Okay, they have the choice of choosing Penetrate and Psychic Blast, which is range. Make a range attack. Damage dealt by this attack is penetrated. They have Smoke Cloud, but that is on their dial throughout, no matter which starting line, so we're not going to take a look at that. They have Shape Change that they could pick, but that also is on their dial throughout. They have Close Combat Expert. Power, choose one. Modify attack +2, damage +2, or both +1. Make a close attack. Mastermind. When this character would be hit by an opponent's attack that deals damage, you may choose an adjacent friendly character that wouldn't be hit by this attack, and that is less points or shares a keyword. That friendly character instead becomes a hit target of the attack, even if it's already a target, or would be an illegal target. Willpower. When this character is dealt push-in damage, you may choose to reduce that damage taken to 0. Plasticity. Breakaway +2. Adjacent opposing characters get breakaway -2. Adjacent opposing characters of the same size or smaller can't use improved movement or automatically breakaway, and the improved movement as shown on the power. Force Blast. Knockback. Power. Roll a d6. A target adjacent opposing character is knocked back equal to the result. Now looking at their dial and the powers that they can select, let's take a quick look at a couple options that you have. So again, they have Smoke Cloud throughout their dial, so we are not going to look at that. And they have Shape Change throughout their dial, so we don't have to worry about that one. Let's first look at Close Combat Expert. So I'm going to walk you through how outsiders might help you get past their occasional weakness. But another option you have is their occasional weakness increases the defense of their target by 2. So if you did want to try to use them as an attacker, most of the time you're probably going to use them initially as a barrier or smoke cloud
type of character, or maybe even a tie-up piece since they have that shape change on there. But if you did want to try to get them into the attacks, you could use Close Combat Expert to bump up their attack by 2, which effectively brings the opponent back to their normal defense. So your attack will be up by 2, their defense will be up by 2. So it will give you the relatively the same die roll that you'll need to hit them. So that's one way you could use that. I think most people will be taking willpower as the purple power for Wonder Twins so that you can keep throwing out smoke, cloud, and barrier. There could be some situations where you can take advantage of Mastermind, some team builds that I would think of as teaming them up with a giant or colossal character, using Wonder Twins as a tie-up or a shield type of piece that would be adjacent to a character. The bigger character can then attack over top of where Wonder Twins are at. You could use Mastermind in that kind of situation where the Wonder Twins, if they're getting hit, they can then Mastermind onto your bigger character that has some kind of reducer, or they can just take the damage if the reducer would not kick in. So you use this low value character to tie up so that a stronger attacker can attack over top. Now, I think an interesting way to use the Wonder Twins is if you're going to go the tie-up route, you could get them adjacent to somebody, let your main attackers do their attacks. The next turn, you could take advantage of Force Blast and Plasticity. If you have them on their 25-point value, they also have the Sidestep. So depending on the board, you could Force Blast to knock somebody back, then Sidestep back up, take advantage of that Plasticity to tie them up for the next round, and then repeat the process. Main attackers do their attacks. Wonder Twins can then Force Blast, Plasticity, Sidestep. Being useless, our occasional weakness. Characters modify attack +2 when attacking only the Wonder Twins. Characters modify defense +2 when the Wonder Twins attack them. When the Wonder Twins damage an opposing character with an attack, for the rest of the game, they can't use this trait.
One option you have, if you want to get past that occasional weakness drawback, is use them on a team that has somebody with Outsiders. The Outsiders team ability is free. Choose a character, including itself, within 6 squares and line of fire. Until your next turn, the chosen character's combat values can't be modified. So if you team them up with an outsider, that outsider could use the trait to choose the opponent that the Wonder Twins are going to try to attack, hopefully allowing them to hit, and then their trait becomes one that you cannot use for the rest of the game. Here's the Outsiders Batman that you can team up with the Wonder Twins. He is from the Rebirth set, number 31. He has a pretty cool trait. So aside from the team ability of Outsiders, he has the JLA team ability. The trait he has is, yeah, he does that. Lines of fire drawn to Batman are blocked unless the line of fire crosses only unoccupied clear squares. The Wonder Twins, as you remember, they have the smoke cloud, and they have the pick a power, so they could pick barrier if they don't have it on their top click. So if you play them at their lower point value, they could choose barrier also. But either one of those can put up markers. As you see on the map, they can throw out the smoke like this. The Wonder Twins have smoke cloud throughout their dial, and they have barrier on their top 3 clicks at the higher point value. If you play them at the lower point value, they don't have barrier, but they can always throw out this smoke. Batman's ability makes it so that lines of fire drawn to him are considered blocked if they cross anything other than clear squares. So a little bit, it might feel like stealth, but it's different. First of all, because it's not stealth, it's a trait. But then second, because if the other character, if the opponent ignores hindering for line of fire, it doesn't matter, because their line of fire will still cross an unclear square, which means the trait kicks in. So this is a team up you can take advantage of Batman's Outsiders team ability to maybe allow the Wonder Twins to land an attack. And you can take advantage of the Wonder Twins Smoke Cloud to help protect Batman.
Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.